Well, we've got a special episode of the Offload today. We are in the Irish Rugby High Performance Centre with stars of the Irish women's team, Erin King, Eve Higgins and Béibhinn Parsons.
Yeah, looking forward to that conversation. So thankful to Vodafone and the IRFU for leaving us in. We're going to be looking ahead to the big game against Wales in Belfast. And we're also looking back and forward at the weekend ahead, Tommy. Exciting times. Ulster are in the European final. Go on, Tommy Bowe.
Forget about 1999, the first Irish province to win the European Cup. It's all about the Challenge Cup in a couple of weeks' time. We're going to be discussing that. And Munster against Connacht. That's going to be a cracker this weekend.
Right, Tommy boy, you know when you have to explain something over and over again?
Oh man, story of my life. I've had to explain things like 10 times.
Customer service lines can be an absolute nightmare, fella. By the time I've chatted to the third person, I'm like, lads, I've already told you this.
Oh, stop. It's like a Christmas in Monaghan or Cork. Same conversation every year. Groundhog Day stuff.
Yeah, well, Tommy, Vodafone are trying to sort that kind of carry on.
Yeah, because at Vodafone, you only have to ask once and they'll keep on it until it's sorted. Not every network has an ask once promise.
Yeah, there you go. So you explain your issue once, that's it. No repeating yourself, no chasing them up.
They actually come back to you with updates. Imagine that.
Amazing, Tommy. Absolutely amazing.
It's basically less hassle, saves you time and a few headaches along the way.
Yeah, so have a look. Just search Vodafone Ireland Ask Once to find out more.
Here, by the way, what are you doing for Christmas?
Jeez.
Right, Donncha, it's a very special Offload podcast today. We are in the High Performance Centre of the Irish Rugby, getting a look behind the scenes with the Irish Rugby team. We are delighted to be joined by three of the players ahead of the big match this weekend against Wales in the Affordea Stadium up in Belfast. Eve Higgins, Béibhinn Parsons and Erin King. The skip is here with us as well.
Hey, go on, girls.
Great to have you with us. Girls, right, high performance. Donncha has never sampled high performance.
How long did that take? Honestly, 10 seconds.
Béibhinn, can you explain to Donncha what does high performance mean?
God, where do I begin? You know all about high performance, but
have you seen him play? No, actually, of course you haven't.
It's changed a lot, though. This is quite incredible, the facility you have, which you unbelievably deserve. It's just great to allow you to facilitate performance, isn't it?
yeah, it's class, and we're spoiled at the moment because we have the building to ourselves.
Okay.
So we get to run of the place. We have meeting rooms whenever we want, wherever we want, and the pitches outside are in top condition. So it preps us really well for all the surfaces that we're on.
So as backs, Eve, do you get to train inside all the time? Let the forwards do all the mucky stuff outside, but this is where you hone the skills.
Exactly, yeah. We like to keep the ball in hand, so this allows us to do that. But this campaign we're very much outside, which is nice when it's a later Six Nations when the weather's a bit nicer. But it's incredible to have the option even to have a facility like this and to be able to use an indoor pitch. We're very lucky.
And Erin, from your point of view, listen, you're a forward, but you're one of these forwards that is new in the modern game, Donncha. They pass, they actually hold the ball.
Cannot compare this queen to any of them.
So we had this with Donncha last week or 2 weeks ago, and he was trying to explain to Craig Doylan how he was told as a player that he was never allowed to touch the ball. You play a whole match without touching the ball. Can you explain to them?
That's true, yeah, exactly. But different times. So you just try to get the best players on the ball. But for you, having that ability to do everything and being so young, leading for the front, how have you found the campaign so far this year?
Yeah, definitely really new for me, getting to lead the girls. It's been great so far, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without the leadership team around me. We've kind of got this leadership triangle, and I've got two vice captains in Fiona Toot and Avian Riley who have been my right hand woman. They're so helpful, anything I need. So I kind of delegate the workload, and then Eve and Sam Monaghan are also part of that leadership group. So yeah, we really lean on each other, and I look to them a lot. And we're all very different probably, and our leadership styles are really different. So we all bring something different to the table. But yeah, it's been an absolute honour, but really enjoyable. And I feel like I'm always learning as well. Like each game, I'm kind of like, okay, that's how you deal with the ref, or that's how you do this. And
Because like you've had an incredible journey into rugby as well, and like sevens and into the 15s game as well. Then of course you had that horrible injury last year as well. So to come back into camp. So how did Scott give you the heads up you're going to be named captain?
yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting it, if I'm being honest. It was very, it took me by surprise. And yeah, I had only played 20 minutes back from injury, and I was in here rehabbing, and he just asked me, like, I need to talk to you. So I was really worried. I actually texted Béibhinn, and I was like, Béibhinn, I don't know what.
Like, Scott has pulled me for a chat.
I was like,
don't worry, you're gonna be fine.
I was like, what have I done? I was like, think about it. What have I done?
Tommy got one of those and got dropped for a World Cup.
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah. Not such great memeries. I didn't get. Now, to be fair, I never thought I was going to be asked to be captain either. To be honest with you.
I really didn't think it. So then I went upstairs, and he kind of just was like, I want to ask you straight out, like, will you be the captain?
Wow.
And
Right.
I was really taken aback, and obviously I was delighted with it, but it's such an honour and such a privilege. Like it already felt like a dream getting to play for this team, but getting to captain them is just kind of beyond my wildest dreams. And I know I'm not perfect, and I won't be perfect probably ever, and I think that's the whole part of it, learning on the job and bringing my own style. Definitely, like I wouldn't probably talk the most or be the most technical, but lead by example. And if I know I'm doing everything for the team, I can't expect it from the girls if I'm not going to do it myself. So
Eva, you live together, isn't that right? So
no, Béibhinn and Erin.
Oh, Béibhinn, right,
together,
okay,
yeah.
Béibhinn. So what's she like in the house now that she's captain?
Yeah,
nice.
skip
Yeah.
over a cup of tea.
Feet up, serving her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, Erin's great to live with. Like
Oh, come on now.
What?
Well, who lives together? So who's in the house together?
Me, Erin, Avian, and Nod.
Okay.
And we normally have a game ready, a pair of Northern boots, and we just rotate in around for the evening.
Pro hoax, like, honestly.
Yeah, it's great. And
All you're
now
short is an ice bat instead of a coach.
Nada's probably working on it. as we
Yeah,
speak.
no, yeah.
But yeah, we have like blue jobs and pink jobs in the house.
All right,
Yeah.
okay, go on.
So
Who's got what?
Nod would definitely be on the blue jobs. Like
She'll be delighted that you said that.
So explain to people at home who are listening who Nod is.
Eve O'Dowd.
Okay.
Yeah. She likes to man the barbecue.
Okay.
She likes to cut the grass.
I've cut the grass for the last 2 times, just saying.
Yeah.
Just
Since
saying.
Nod-
Okay, Captain. All right, sorry.
But yeah, no, we have a great thing going on.
So what are the pink jobs then? Who gets those?
What are the pink
You
jobs?
would even probably do more of the cleaning and stuff.
Bit of yeah, me and Avian be good at the cleaning. Erin would do a bit of baking for us. The house sort of takes care of itself, doesn't it?
It's a good way.
It's an amazing house.
It's a good way to be. I live with a few of my teammates, but the one that always fell down was bin Jenga. You know, no one would ever empty the bin, and it would be like you'd be like trying to nearly sellotape a banana skin onto it, rather than clear it out.
How high can we get?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nod, Eve she fixes that then, does she?
Yeah.
Probably does
Okay,
that, yeah.
Eve, what about you? Do you ever call around to the house for a barbecue? Is it like it? Because we see from social media, from just from everything, the close bond between all the girls seems to be amazing, and you're all living in Dublin together. So do you call over to the house? Like, is that the place to go to kind of chill out?
It's the place where the parties are. There's been a party or two with the house. Great hosts as well, may I say.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's a good vibe. Like throughout since we've all been in contracted here, like there's always a house that's full of girls, and it's a great place to go around. So I know there's girls that lived quite close to here, and it would have been a place that you would have popped around, had a cup of tea. So yeah, especially when the vibes are high and the party's going on, it's a good place to go.
And because you're fully contracted, so you're in the High Performance Centre a couple of days a week. Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
Right through the season?
Yeah, like this season, say with the Celtic Challenge, we would have been in Monday and Tuesday mornings, and then in the centralised programme, and then we would have trained with our Celtic Challenge team, so either the Clovers or the Wolfhounds on the Tuesday evening and the Thursday evening. So there was a bit going to and from, but it was great always to come together on the Monday and Tuesday and kind of, I don't know, like reassess how the weekends went for both teams. And that was the cool part, is actually, you know, reviewing games, not only your own game but the other team's game, and then getting to train with each other then on the Monday and Tuesday, you know, getting those relationships. It was we're very fortunate to have had that, and it was a good routine.
Erin, the campaign so far, let's just chat about it. I suppose they're two daunting games to get. We always chatted about them, England away, France away. We've done those now. But just the scale of how the game's gone, that record attendance in Twickenham and then Claremont, where we both played, it's an intimidating place to go. It seems to be at a different level this year, doesn't it? The Six Nations. It's always getting bigger and bigger.
I think just from the World Cup, the momentum that gained, we're really seeing it now. Like playing in Twickenham in front of 77,000 people was incredible, and it's so positive to see the women's game going in that way. It just seems to keep breaking records for crowds, and even when we played in Dexcom Stadium, it was the most that has ever been at a women's game in Ireland, so that's still really positive for us. And then obviously in Claremont, it was one of the best atmospheres I've ever played in. I know myself, I was smiling during the French anthem because the crowd just carried on singing it once it was done.
The bit where they broke out and they let the music go and they just
a
cappella.
Wow.
It was amazing. And I suppose we feel really lucky to get this opportunity to get to play in these stadiums, and the fact that we're getting to play in the Aviva finally is really exciting as well. So I think we're just trying to keep the fan base going, and I think through our performances we're trying to do that too, so the onus probably is on us a little bit too. We're obviously disappointed with how that France and the England match went. You know, we definitely showed what we're capable of in parts, but definitely would have been nice to get it over the line in one of them or both of them.
Like, just to play in that Twickenham, like, we used to find it intimidating.
Yeah, it is.
Wasn't it? Like,
just so big.
The way the
it?
bus pulls up and you've got that walk into the stadium. There's something like it's just because you're so wanting to do a job in England, and of course like the record crowd as well. Yeah. Like, was it difficult not to get the emotion get a little bit too much?
It was something we kind of spoke about before, because a few of us had been a part of the same game 2 years ago in Twickenham, and there was probably, what was it, like 55,000 people. And like you said, it was that walk, like, because you never experienced that. Like we had walks during the World Cup, but it wasn't nearly the amount. And like, when you think about us breaking our home record crowds, like like genuinely it felt like there was more people there to watch us walk into Twickenham than having do you know what I mean? Like, so it was just it's obviously like we spoke about what that might look like, but we just wanted to enjoy it, because it's great to be part of those days and those occasions, and it's great to see what the Red Roses have done, and that's what we want to like emulate here, and that's why we just want to keep pushing. And it's great that we've seen a trend over the last few Six Nations that we keep breaking our record, and that's what we just want to continue to do.
And that's it, you're breaking ground as each week, each campaign goes on, to see where things have come. Like, even from you, Béibhinn, like, what you got capped when you're 16 for Ireland, to think like where you've come from and where this team has come from in that stage, and even still scoring hat-tricks. I mean, geez, down in Galway, front of the home crowd as well. That was a special one.
Yeah, Galway was unreal. Like, it felt like my whole family took up the whole grandstand. I had like
with flags.
Yeah, kept seeing faces, and like it was just like such a phenomenal day. The atmosphere was like one of the best I've ever felt for an Irish home game. It just felt like everyone was so involved, and maybe the 20s playing before and having such a good result teed them up for us as well, because they've been going so well. But it was just fantastic. Like, the crowd were so vocal, so on their feet, so entertained, and it just felt like it was going to be our day even before we stepped onto the pitch. So it was amazing to be part
And a
of.
first half hat trick. I mean, you could pretty much just
Yeah.
not even bother coming out at half
Exactly,
time,
I'm
then,
done.
isn't it?
She had a cup of tea at half time.
Really? Yeah, exactly. It was like, Erin, it's your turn to make me a cup of tea.
I never thought I'd give out about the sun in Galway because it's always raining. But in that second half, oh my God, like
Blinding.
the sun just beaming into your eye. You couldn't see a thing.
No.
But yeah, no, it was class.
Sunshine, but surely there was the wind. That
Yeah.
feckin' wind down there, it's insane.
The second half, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I know well, listen, the new stadium over there as well, like there's such a buzz, particularly around Connacht Rugby. And like, I love your story as well, Béibhinn, because you're somebody who's come through through this development path that the IRFU are trying to put into place now. Like, you played rugby at as a kid and against the boys. Wasn't it until kind of the age of 11 and then had to go play the girls' game? Like, I suppose it's quite inspiring for a lot of the supporters who are at these matches to see you going out there and perform at such a high level as well.
Yeah, and I think like the people that come to our games are like families and young girls, and like you go around, like do a pitch walk after, and they're all telling you what club they are and what position they play, and like how excited they are to be at a women's game. So you can see that the participation is like just skyrocketing, and you can really feel that as well. Like, they're so involved, and like each young girl actually has a favourite player and knows about the team and follows even Anna on TikTok, and like, you know, they're so involved, and it's just like that has definitely grown. Like, that wasn't something that was there when I was getting my first cap at all, so it's grown so much.
I was telling Donncha when we were coming here today that Eve's going to probably make us do a TikTok.
Yeah.
Thankfully not.
Be aware.
Don't act as if you don't want to.
I can't see Anna anywhere, so I think we're safe, all right. I saw you had the BBC ones doing Gavin. I've never looked.
They asked for that.
I've
They
never
asked.
seen him look so out of place in my life, honestly. It's not a good look. Erin, from you in leading this as well, because you've got that captain's armband, like, to try and bring through this generation, because Donncha was talking about it a minute ago, that there seems to be a real good blend of experience and youth coming through at the minute, but it is a very young squad on the whole.
Yeah, we actually talk about it a lot, like all the experiences that we're gaining at the moment. Like, even when we don't win, we're still gaining these experiences that are invaluable. But yeah, our squad is so young, which is such a positive. And, you know, you have the likes of Dana, who's still only 22, leading the charge at 10. And Eve Dalton in the centres, also only 22. Like, it's incredible. And I guess the end goal is that World Cup in 3 years' time. And that's what we are working towards. So all these experiences that we're building, playing in front of these big crowds, will all stand to us, I think. But yeah, we always talk about the reason that we do what we do, and that is to inspire the next generation. And like Béibhinn said, like, seeing the young girls at the games, it's so inspiring and it's so nice. And when they have their favourite players and they know all about the team, like, it does remind you why you do it, and the reason that we put in all the work that we do. And we're so lucky that the girls that came before us paved the way for us, so that like we get to be professional athletes as well. So yeah, it just is so positive that it's just getting bigger and bigger, and every year we're breaking more and more records, and more people are getting on board with women's rugby.
Yeah, we're just off the back of your first down week. It is hard to go 3 internationals on the road, or in a row. But Bay, just for you, how are you looking forward to Wales now? The big focus into Belfast for that. I know everyone will, you know, outside we're chatting about the Aviva in time, but this is a big game this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive for us. Like, we've targeted these 3 home games to be like big performances for us. And I think Wales, like, they're not a team to underestimate at all. They've had like really good, strong performances so far. So we want to go out there and push the boundaries and see how much points we can put on a team, or how well we can be in our systems and things like that. So these home games are really important for us, and to finish strong and getting 2 on the bounce at home will be really good. So yeah, we're all really excited, and the competition in the squad is massive. Like, we're building so much depth that everyone is, you know, like, it's not a thing of, you know, losing focus in the tail end of a competition because you're fighting for your position to even be on the pitch. So I think everyone is really sharp and knows their detail, and they want to go out and have a really strong performance.
Last season you did the 3 weeks back to back and then had the week's break and then 2 weeks, where the men only had that this year, and you were giving out like
Well, I
You
just
like the tradition of having the two breaks in the
Well,
middle.
sorry, Erin, I'll go to you. Just on a forward point of view, I just
Yeah.
I always
Skip
found
the
it-
bag.
I did find it really taxing for a forward. 3 weeks in a row it's tough. I found it tough. You're different.
Yeah, no, to be fair, especially I think this week, our bodies are definitely feeling it. Like even for myself, I haven't played international rugby in so long, so 3 back-to-back games, I think it's only when you stop you realise, oh God, I am a bit stiffer than I thought. But it is really nice that we still get the fallow week, and hopefully they don't take that
they
away.
can't,
And
actually.
we have this weekend, a bit of a long weekend now, so definitely everyone's gonna rest and recover and spend time with their families and just kind of reset. And then at the same time, though, I think we're all really excited and raring to go for next week.
The thing is though, as a supporter watching on, I think that the momentum keeps going, and the 1 week absolutely makes sense. But at the same time, you want to keep the momentum, and when the supporters go in there and there's just this buzz around Six Nations, it's so important
Yeah,
to
leave the
type-
supporters hit 30 breakdowns. Over 20 tackles, 30 carries.
listen,
You know what I mean?
as well.
The backs have to do a lot of running as well, you know.
Our high speed meters are very high.
High speed. Thank you, Eve. Exactly. She's not all about hitting rucks. She only never got it. Like Donncha had 2 speeds, and it was stop and slow. Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, never picked up an injury in his life. So talk to us about Wales. Like, what sort of threat do they provide? Because it's 2 home matches. Like, you want to finish on such a high.
Yeah, 100%. Like they've a very strong set piece. They've great forwards. And then they are led around the pitch by Cleaky George, who has one of the best boots probably in the competition. After Dana.
Yeah.
That's why I said one of the best.
Loyal.
I said one of the best.
We
not,
love it.
not the best. So
You're
that's
in
that's
big
our
trouble
secret
with that
weapon
one
anyway. Yeah.
Want to come back to her, Chip?
But no, it's a lot of the girls actually in our team would play with a lot of the Welsh girls in Gloucester and stuff.
course,
So we
yeah.
actually would like be very familiar with playing against a lot of them. So yeah, like we know it's always tough, and no matter what international you go into, it's everyone wants to come out with a win, and we're just looking forward. Like, we're so fortunate that we have 3 home games, the Six Nations, and we were looking forward to every single one of them. So yeah, raring to go this week.
You're also dealing with the pressure, because Ireland are starting to, you're wanted to take on the Frances and and the England, and you're closing that gap so much. So it's entirely this expectation. Oh, it's only Wales. We'll definitely beat them. So is it important to, not get too far ahead of yourselves and maybe not read too much into what everybody else, the outside noise, is saying?
100%. Like, to be fair, I think we're very good that we don't really take in outside noise. We're very process driven. We're very, we review and we reflect. And
Oh God, it's like talking to the lads.
No.
Huh?
Oh,
The
wow.
process.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
No, only
No,
messing.
it
Only messing.
So yeah, like like I don't know. I always feel whenever you're in Six Nations and stuff, you're very much in a bubble, and you don't really
Yeah,
like
of
look.
course.
You can decide to look at it, or you can decide not to look at it.
Totally agree. I used to always find it was my family picked it up more. so.
Yeah, and then
So
there's
they're like-
messages going into the family group chat.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
just like,
They're
I don't want to
did
see
you
this.
hear what they said about you? You're like, no, I was having a ball playing.
You got a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, that happened.
I got a 0 out of 10 playing against France in the Six Nations. So if you think you've had a bad day,
harsh.
Okay.
there you go. Harsh, isn't it?
From people who've never played rugby as well. you know.
And for your friend, I didn't even, because it's one of those ones you don't look at the paper because you know it's not going to be great. And
Yeah.
then your friend texts you to say, oh, I can't believe that bollocks gave you a
Yeah.
0 out of 10. So listen, yeah, things can.
Keeping morale though, because there's been selection issues, and trying to keep everyone on track and together, that can be a daunting thing, can't it? Because people can sulk. I know if I was left out, I'd get a bit down, but you seem to have this collective goal that no one really gets the ego bits and fall out of place. It's all about looking out for each other and making sure it's all about the performance.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a big thing in our group, like egoless feedback and things like that. When people are talking to you or giving you feedback, like, egos aside, and it's one common goal. Like, no matter if you're in the 23, whatever you TR, not traveling, the main goal is to win. So whatever you need to do to get the team prepped for that, or to get yourself prepped for that, you just have to do it. And it works really well. Like, it is tough, but fair play to the girls. Like, the scout team have been brilliant, and they get us so prepared, and they know all their detail. And sometimes you come out of the session and they win the session in zone, and we're like, oh God, yeah, we call them the blue baddies because they wear the blue jerseys. But like we spoke before, like the culture in this team at the moment is really good, and we're so close knit and tight that we we go out on pitch. Yeah, it can be a bit intense. It can get a little bit argy-bargy, a bit aggressive at times. I think today was a bit intense, a few fights, but you draw a line under it, and it's for the better of the team. And then you come back inside, and none of that really mattered. You're all friends again. We're upstairs having a laugh about it, having a coffee. So yeah, we've got a really good thing going at the moment, and we genuinely enjoy each other's company, like we said before. So I think we're all just best of friends as well, which really helps the case. But yeah, like it's easy for me to sit here and say, people need to do this or need to do that if they're not picked or have a good attitude, because I get the privilege of getting to play. But they've been outstanding, the girls. Their attitude, they don't dwell on it. They're so selfless, and they just want the team to do well, because the whole 36 is important.
I love it. Hell of a name, the scout team. Oh yeah, it used to be called the mixed veg. You know what I mean?
Like the dirties.
Yeah,
the dirt trackers.
Get over there and try to work it out.
Listen, finally, a huge match in the AFLA this weekend against Wales. Then, of course, it's the Aviva Stadium. How special will it be to be, fingers crossed, running out in the Aviva Stadium in front of a big crowd there in Dublin?
Yeah, it'll be so special for all of us. Like, I think if you told me way back that we'd even potentially be playing there, I wouldn't have believed you. And now to know that we will be, it's like a vote of confidence in like all of Ireland behind us, that they're supporting us and they want us to play fixtures like this. And I think this Six Nations has been so special. Like Wales got to play in Principality, England obviously in Twickenham, or whatever it's called now.
Allianz.
There we go. Kips all over it again.
And then Scotland and Murrayfield, and us having a grand finale in Aviva. Like it's just sort of the magical Six Nations. So we want to have it be a grand finale and finish on a high.
And a big crowd.
Yeah, we've sold 25,000. I think double it maybe.
Yeah. Let's keep
going. We want to keep
add
going.
To the tiers. Add to the tiers.
Yeah, Scotland got up to 31, so we definitely
we want to beat that.
Quiet competition going on there.
A brilliant way to have it. It would. You deserve it. It's great to see you running out there. It's only right and proper, and the performance always leads to it.
Big time. And listen, I think what you're doing and what you just said there, between on TikTok inspiring and on the pitch as well, you're doing an amazing job, and there's just such a great environment.
I've one last one. Erin, you spoke about egoless feedback. How did it go down with the F-bomb on the BBC?
Yeah, that wasn't great. The one thing I got told.
I was there. There's my skip.
It was my first post-match one, obviously, and the one thing I got told is just don't swear. Like in England, they're really strict about it. And what is the one thing I did? Obviously, let out the F-bomb. So, and I knew straight away. I was like, what have I done?
No, not at all. It was passion for that.
Yeah.
Both players making an impact at a young age as well. It was.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think sometimes we get caught up in it. Of course, you'd like to go better, but you never take that away from what it means.
Yeah, I guess this team just means so much to me, and I am really passionate and really proud to wear the green jersey. So yeah, I probably let that one slip. Won't happen again. I apologise to the comms team straight away. And
listen,
it's added to the fine list. It's good. It's good.
And listen, and I think it just shows a bit of personality as well, which is exactly what we want to see. Eve Higgins, Béibhinn Parsons, and Erin King, thank you so much for joining us. The very best of luck for the last 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll catch up again soon. Come on, Ireland!
Thank you.
We're so proud of you girls. Honestly, the very best of luck over the next few weeks and going on. Honestly, every time you run out in green, you make us so proud. So thank you so much.
Thank you yourself. Thank you.
Oh, we've something brilliant running right across the Women's Six Nations, and you're going to want to be involved.
Yes, Tommy boy, Vodafone have given us tickets to every home game in Galway, Belfast, and a huge day in Dublin, plus a load of Irish jerseys to give away.
Vodafone, they're right at the heart of it, back in the women's game and building on the team of us. The most connected team and fan base out there.
There you go. Just check out the Offload socials and you could be heading to the game or looking so sharp in green.
It's all about showing your support, being part of something bigger. We'll keep you fully up to speed with the girls in green with thanks to Vodafone. Right, what an experience that was, Donncha. The
Brilliant
set up in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the high performance center is incredible, but just getting to chat to the girls, like genuinely, Tommy, they're so on it, aren't they? You know what I mean? The days of, you know what it felt for me, like the kind of Jack Charlton era is over when it comes to the women's game. You know, they go out and give it a lash. You know what I mean? We were kind of throwing bouquets of, 70,000. They're like, yeah, of course, man. You know what I mean? We know we're good. So I loved it. I thought it was great. And to be fair, they're superstars and just on top of it, sound, isn't it? You're looking at it for role models for your kids, isn't it? It does help if the talent is incredibly genuine and down to earth and hardworking, and that's what you get with Eve, Erin, and Baby.
I mean, thanks to Vodafone for setting it up. What a setup in there as well. And it's just, you get to meet the girls. We got to see a couple of the other ones around the gym. You get to chat to them. And it's just, it's frustrating, the access that the girls are trying to give to grow the game, where with the fellas team, you wouldn't get in within you're not literally allowed on that AstroTurf whenever with the men are in there. Like,
we the coach on it.
Joke.
We the coach on it.
Yeah, I know. And literally walking through the gym and the whole lot. So listen, thank you to the IRFU. Thank you to the girls for letting us in for a look around. And best of luck to their match this weekend against Wales in the Affadilla Stadium. Is going to be a cracker as well. So listen, there's lots of other rugby to talk about. A huge game between Connacht and Munster on Saturday evening. Leinster are going to be playing the Lions, which has also got big ramifications. That's third against fourth in the league. And then tonight, Ulster against the Stormers. Ulster in eighth, after that big win last weekend against Exeter in the Challenge Cup, now into the final.
Hey, go on,
they're
Ulster.
playing against the Stormers, who are first in the league. So URC is back. Some really big matches. A lot of ramifications, particularly around getting into home quarterfinals and even getting into the top 8.
Yeah. We can be tough on it. Actually, sorry, I can be tough on it. But URC at the moment is, like, you're right. Every game is so important. That Lions-Leinster game basically holds the keys for everyone else. I feel a little bit. Does it keep the Lions in the hunt as they go on to the rest of their kind of tour? Then Munster versus Connacht, an interpro within itself. And you're right, like Richie and Ulster trying to fight on two fronts. Of course, they'll want to win the Challenge Cup, but you want to be in the top 8. You don't want to be going into a final knowing, you know what I mean, that we have to win this to be in Europe. So,
well, if Connacht do a job on Munster, like if Connacht get a win against Munster, that's them ahead of Ulster with only one match left, and then they have to go away from home to Edinburgh.
Oh, wow.
With nothing
I could
to
see
play
you
for.
doing it, though. Honestly, I could see Ulster doing it. Coming in, everyone wanting to cheer for me, and then gazumping one of the Irish teams out of the top 8. It would just be such an Irish thing to happen, isn't it? But, yeah, look, I think, look, that's a conversation for another day when you look at the amount of English teams that get in and stuff like that. See, I'm just glad the URC this year has probably been at its most competitive best. And we're probably used to seeing Leinster march on and no one really having a desire. But you could pick any of those games, Stormers, Ulster, Munster, any of the games this weekend. They're worth a watch, you know, because they're competitive. I hate to say it, unlike the Premiership, that there's only a few teams in the hunt.
Listen, I just need to touch on it before we go into this. Leinster against Toulon last weekend. What did you make of it?
Yeah, good win again. Like I said, I like what Leinster are about at the moment, winning ugly. I don't think we've seen a performance yet out of them this season, but they're always finding a way. And I just thought Doris and Gibson Park, like, it's amazing. We've said it before, the talent. You know what I mean? I do feel they could be supported and helped better in terms of shape. And I know everyone goes on about their blitz, but I think the talent gets them out of every situation. They're just like the Avengers of just being good enough all the time.
Gibson Park is just so good, man.
He's so good.
He's so important to that team. Like, even their first try, just to keep it going around one way, then switches it back to Conan the opposite direction. He is such a playmaker. Like, you kind of think of the DuPonts at 9, how the Petit General, like he leads that team. You know, he takes the pressure off Harry Byrne. He takes the pressure off Sam Prendergast, who had their own difficult enough days.
Yeah, they did.
In
Certainly
that match,
did.
but
I think Gibson Park is just head and shoulders there at the minute. He's just
Honestly.
so impressive.
If you were either of those lads, man, you would be carrying that fella's bag around the place. You know what I mean? You'd be dropping his kids to school, cutting his grass, because he is basically covering your ass all the time. He's incredible. And I watched it, Tommy, just for like a tight 5 forward, because the first penalty was for hitting him late, and I was there. That's what you do. You keep putting him on the ground, and they did, and he was still so effective. So every time is to do the equivalent of a burpee to get back in the game, because they kept emptying him every time, and he's still that good. You know, I think we overlook it sometimes because there's an array of world-class nines, but I think you're right. I don't think anyone gets a beat out of an Irish and a Leinster pack better than he has. He motors, doesn't he? He sets tempo. He sets everything in place. He's so vital. He's actually worth putting in a box over the next.
Go on.
I wouldn't hog him out over the next few weeks. I know everyone will say, but Europe has to be Leinster's sole focus. They've fallen too many times, and he's too important now. He's miles on the clock. He's everything you want. Rest him up, get him right. I think you can afford to put everyone else out, but honestly, put Gibson Park in a box.
Well, what do you think about Bordeaux? Like, geez, they look good. God, the way they finished that game against Bath.
Yeah. I think Leinster have too much. I know they have X-factor players and stuff like that, but I just think Leinster, who haven't clicked, you know what I mean? They're bound to.
Right, so you would think Leinster still have it in them to beat Bordeaux?
Oh, yeah. I think it's been the greatest, because Leo came out and was a bit outspoken about some of the love he gets in the kind of media, but I feel that they've gone in this year complete underdogs. You know what I mean? It's crazy with the talent they have, with the resources they have to write them off. You know, it's just, I think it's been short-sighted, and it's been brilliantly played by them. It really has. And I think it's smart out of Leo. It's all the chat about kind of him and the media side of it, as opposed to them looking to poke a hole anywhere else. And, you know, if he's feeling it, I'm glad he said it. I think sometimes we hear coaches just box tick, but he's left the media know, you know what I mean, ICE, and calls them out, you know?
Well, as you said, they're absolutely under the radar. Bordeaux are going to be massive favourites going into that game, particularly just...
How is that? Like, how is that?
Well, because they're playing so well, man. Like, Bath, we had Craig Doyle on there a couple of weeks. He said no one is going to beat Bath. Like, Bath are exceptional. And they were
Doyle, I love him to bits, but he's drinking the Prem Kool-Aid, like, and you know what I mean? That's fine. We love you, Doyle. You're a stylish fella. You're a beautiful man, and
it was the same as Ulster against Exeter. You know, there's all this talk of Exeter coming over. They're playing such good rugby at the minute. I have been at a lot of Ulster rugby matches over the years, and I've never had a comfortable win. I mean, it was comfortable enough at the end. They were okay to give up a try at the end because, you know what, we've got this in the bag.
100%. Yeah.
So
that was a great win, Tommy.
Yeah, it was a big win. Yeah, a huge win for us.
I think you've got your centres there, and hopefully, looking with green glasses, hopefully they can make a bit of a combination go on. Why doesn't he play that combo more together, Postlethwaite and McCluskey? How is it injuries? Sometimes I see Postlethwaite on the bench, and I'm thinking, what am I
They're
not
too similar?
But find a way, man. They're too good. There's a point of difference. I thought they were unbelievable. I thought Doak was unbelievable. Just again, we're going on about nines, tempo and pace. Incredible.
His track back he made a tackle at the very end of the game, literally at the very end, when there was nothing on the line.
Yeah.
And made this amazing cover tackle and gave it to the crowd. And it was brilliant. I took my daughter and her buddy. It was their first time at a match, actually.
Oh, wow.
Just the atmosphere around it was great. Weather was nice. It was a 5:30 kickoff. Chips and everything before, a few Haribos. Happy days.
Oh, you can't beat
win.
it. Chips and curry in the match. You know what I mean? What was the score? Not a notion. Dad got ice cream.
Not a clue. So no,
Best days
listen,
ever.
Brilliant. I am so excited. Bilbao in a couple of weeks' time. I'm in a bit of a dilemma now whether I can make it, but we'll see what happens there.
What's the dilemma?
Well, it's my daughter's got her big drama performance. Like she has drama every Saturday, 3 hours every Saturday. It's all
They can move
I
that.
can't miss
They
it.
can move
So
that. They can move that. Surely, can they? They can move that onto the Friday morning.
I don't know. I'm going
Come
to
on,
see
the
Monaghan
drama.
in the Ulster final. Monaghan are in the Ulster final the weekend before.
You're off the
I need
walls.
to pick my battles here at the minute.
Yeah, true. But we're at that kind of busy stage where that is priority, Tommy. I remember meeting one of the lads afterward while I was still playing, and they had young kids, and I was there. Geez, the rugby at the weekend was great, and they were like, didn't see it. It was at a swimming gala, and you're there like. But now you know when you're in it, you're there. That's the most important thing. So yeah, go to the drama, man.
If you ever listen to these kind of things on social media and people go, I wish I was there to spend more time with the kids. I wish it, so it's a tough one. But anyway,
did you ever hear
might
that
see
one?
Bilbao.
Remember in Good Will Hunting, where he's going on about the baseball, the most amazing baseball game, and he was in the end he found out that he gave away his ticket and went out with his now wife or then wife. You know what I mean? Just like, you were at that game. He was there. No, I wasn't at that game. Because he met her beforehand. That's going to be you. You're there in time. I was at that drama.
You weren't at that drama. Listen, look,
give me a bit more though. Give me Ulster are good enough to, like what we saw from.
Well, so they've had beat Exeter. Obviously, Montpellier beat Dragons. They're in the other. So
that was
Montpellier,
a great game.
And Montpellier beat Bordeaux in Bordeaux 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I love this. I love the slant on this. So you're
Montpellier
basically saying
are like third in the league. Like they're a team to be reckoned with.
So
like
what you're saying is if you win this and Leinster win that, you're actually better than Leinster.
I mean, come on, that's what I'm trying to say. Do you mean if Bordeaux beat Leinster and Ulster beat Montpellier, it means we're the top team in Ireland. Doesn't matter what the URC says.
Geez, I thought the Dragons were great. Watch that game. I didn't really expect a whole lot, and I haven't watched them enough. But the way they play and just the amount of quality players, Wayne Wright, Tom Youngs, you're just like, geez, what a team. And they're on it now at the moment. Like I was kind of bitched and whinged about them kind of nearly being saved a little bit.
Yeah.
I can see them worth saving now. You know, they're just really good.
Well, they're ahead of the Scarlets in the league at the minute. Go on, finish up. Tell us, Connacht against Munster. Munster have had their own issues going on at the minute. We discussed that a couple of weeks ago.
It's a big one. It's a big one. It's an 8-pointer, isn't it?
Weekend.
And they both had good lead time, don't they? Unfortunately, you didn't want to be off last week, but like if you're not scouting and working, and it was interesting. I heard Leo saying that like there's so much footage of teams now, it's trying to find the relevant points. So this is where coaching comes into its own, I feel. You've had a 2-week lead time. From what you're hearing in the last few weeks, kind of a lot of injuries around the Munster camp. But at this point, that's everyone. You can't whinge about the injuries nowadays. No. You have to be on the pitch. But one thing I like about Connacht, and Munster have to bring it, Connacht, I think, have a physicality that's unmatched within the league at the moment. We saw them over in South Africa, seen them all year. They bang. For a team that didn't, they were, honestly, I said it at one of their European Cup games up there, they were embarrassing at defence. No, man, you would hate to be looking up with a ball in front of them. Their back row, every one of them, So I think the physicality will be through the roof. Geez, what I wouldn't give for a 3-0. We've been up there plenty of times and come away with a 3-0.
Not in the Dexcom, new Dexcom. Put on a show for them.
No, give us 3-0 and down the road.
Both teams going to play. And listen, if Munster win that, then of course they play against the Lions. Like there's a potential home quarter-final there to be played for. So lots on the line for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so look, as we said, it's heating up. It's going to be a great weekend of it. It's great that we do have Irish representation in the finals. That'll keep us all going for another little bit. But the URC, now, this is kind of, it's time to, it's what they call it in American football, moving week. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Yeah. So it's on. It's either you're in or you're out. So I'm looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Enjoy.
We barely touched. Can I throw a sprat and we'll go into more detail? 10 for Leinster. What did you make of performances? Do you think they need to put Frawley? Did they need to use him for the URC? I know we don't want to get into the debate, but you're coming to kind of, like, Gibson Park will get you out of so much, but geez, we're coming up another level again, you know?
I was surprised with Harry. I thought wasn't his strongest match. You know, he
Yeah.
missed that kick at the start of it, and you're just thinking, oh, and like you're just seeing the pressure that is on those 10s at the minute, that they're feeling it, you know, the pressure that there's somebody on their heels, there's 2-3 people on their heels knowing that if I make a mistake here, I feel none of them has been given Sam was given the keys, right?
Yeah.
Listen, this is yours, make your own of it. And it didn't work out for him. Now it's kind of been passed to Harry. He's like, right, this is your chance. We're all 100% behind you. And it didn't quite go for him. I just feel the pressure is just too much for them at the minute. And I don't know. Honestly, it's a really, really tricky situation there at the minute. And like, you're just seeing these guys. I don't want to say wilt, because that's unfair, but like, just the weight of pressure. But like,
You're right.
Listen,
It
got the
does
job
look like-
done. It's more miles in the seat. They're all young lads. You know, there's still a lot of rugby to be played, but I just feel it's a real tough balancing act for Leo Cullen, because he's kind of damned if he does, damned if he doesn't at the minute.
I know, but I remember hearing Johnny Sexton saying, when it comes to the 10 position, you want to be given the keys. You want to be told you're the number one, because it leads into the confidence of everyone else. I disagree with it. Like, you know what I mean? Your position is definitely more important. You know what I mean? You do boss everyone around, but you have to fucking bring performance for selection all the time. You know what I mean? And I think you're right. The pressure of big days, we take that for granted a little bit. But like, Harry actually looked ill, didn't he? I felt for him, because he looked grey, and you were like, oh, geez, man, these are the days you need someone coming on with chest back, shoulders out. I just think, like, it's amazing they go around all the time, but we've said it for some time, Frawley, you know what I mean? Like, just balls when you need them in the big moments. That South African game, I go back to it.
That's grand. He comes on whenever you need him. You know, he doesn't start the big matches. It's easy to come on off the bench.
Because he's never been given a go, though. Like, when has he been given?
I love Frawley, but listen, he's off to Connacht next year, so I don't think they're going to be putting their eggs in that basket. I actually think what they need is 31, 32-year-old old out half who's been there, done it, loads of experience. Like,
Johnny.
Like,
Talk Johnny out.
No, but like a
I know what you're saying.
Like a Andre Pollard, right?
Yeah.
Somebody so Leinster have the money. They're able to bring in overseas signings. And I know there'd be a huge stink that if they brought in Andre Pollard or somebody like that with huge experience, kind of going, oh, we've all these young out halves. I think somebody like that who can help. Like, if you thought what Felipe Contepomi did for Johnny, if you think what like an old experienced out half, kind of, and it just means, like, give Harry Byrne the chance to start. If it doesn't go well, okay, we'll bring Andre on. We know he'll be able to run the game. We know, like, an experienced 10, but somebody behind the scenes who'll just kind of be able to nurture them a bit. I just think having 3 or 4 young 10s all battling with each other, it just creates a real negativity between the 3 of them. And there's no steady old head there. So, it's like, and it would be the betterment for Irish rugby as well to have somebody there that can help guide these lads, but I can't see the IRFU allowing it.
Yeah. I can see what you're saying, and like, they're splashing so much money anyway. The IRFU would probably pay for it, the way Leinster are getting things at the moment. You know what I mean?
But an out half who's not playing for international rugby anymore. So like somebody else who's an old head who's given up with international, who, like, remember, who was it that they brought in years ago? Not Jimmy Goppert. Huh?
Jimmy Goppert, like, he was that an awful lot. He was more of a utility player as well, though. He, like, kind of good for your squads.
He was the out half. He was the New Zealand out half. What was his name?
But then, like, it's genuinely, square the peg of having one of the best second rows in the world, one of the best tight heads in the world, and one of the best utility New Zealand players we've probably ever seen. That, you know what I mean? Like, how can they, you know what I mean? How can you know, add Pollard to it? You know what I mean? In terms of, there comes a point where, you know, like, they have to step up, and they, like, I do feel a little bit is on the coaching there. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be pumping lads' wheels. Like, be honest, like, but Andy Farrell would get a beat out of those lads, you know?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't really. He hasn't in the past. I'm trying to just think of it. The out halves that they had. So there was obviously Nasiwa was there for all those
Yeah.
years. Geordie Barrett was brilliant with them. I can't remember what this fella's name was. But anyway, let's not to worry about it. It's good 10, 15 years ago, this guy. But he was just able to be a steady hand. And I think that's just what they need at the minute. But anyway, listen, we've talked loads. We obviously had the girls on. Loads of big rugby matches this weekend. Are you going to go to the Munster Connacht game?
I'm hoping to get
Not
to the
too
Munster
sure.
Connacht game. The only thing is rowing season is kicked off and Anna's rowing. So, yeah. There could be regattas are the big thing. So I'm trying to get up to speed on my rowing knowledge. Yeah.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah.
I'd love to see you now in the rowing gear.
Oh, you could imagine me up on the edge. Tally-ho, lads. Stroke. Bow side. Let's go.
Good
No better
stuff,
boy
and
for
best of luck
blagging
to
it anyway.
Claire on that.
Yeah. But no, hoping to get up to the actually, no, it's not. It's open Connacht, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always bitched and whinge. I always feel we should never play. I always want to play in Thomond Park. Thomond Park is my home. When I run out from Munster, I want to be in Thomond, right? But we should never play Connacht there. I think we should play them in the arsehole of Kerry. You know what I mean? Like the furthest point, drag them down the road. The fact that Connacht were getting home before us used to drive me nuts. So, yeah. I hear it's unbelievable, but not yet. I'll be watching it on the TV with the family shouting and roaring.
Good stuff. Well, you can hear my family shouting and roaring in the background. I think they're
There we
baking
go.
cakes at the minute. So let's go down and
Drama,
join them.
bacon, cakes, it's all to go.
Good man. Go on. We'll chat to you next week.
Slán, see you, Tommy.